The only thing less safe than that fucking vehicle, that vessel, was the Osprey Omega incident in the ring. The Tiger Driver.
I thought that was called getting rear-ended in a Pinto. That move. Jesus.
For anyone who hasn't watched, it's been all over the place. So the top there, you're seeing execution in Japan.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. There's just no fucking
look at that fucking. Can we just see just the bottom one? It's like,
yeah, the bottom one is Osprey. So,
Kenny, you make way too much fucking money to be taking that bump.
yeah. So, all right, let's just talk about the. I've never taken.
You
a
know
bump
what?
in
This
life.
this is heat, and I think I have a part of this because of when I mean, number one, Osprey's got serious heat with me because he just almost crippled my favorite wrestler, which is
Obviously.
that's fucked up. That's fucking bullshit. But the fact that we asked if he fucking sold any merch, and Kenny jumped on the bandwagon, and this is how he takes care of them. I don't know, man. It's kind of fucking kabuki-ish to me.
Makes your giant power bomb look like
Oh, it makes it look like Mysterio and Eddie fucking
exactly.
just going through a fucking chain wrestling move.
But okay, so I just think it was a botched shot. It just looked to me like he
Doesn't look like the greatest worker in the world would do something like that. I'd drop that down to a 3-star just on fucking safety. I'm sorry.
Well, it just looks like poor execution.
Yeah,
I know there are larger theories out there. It really just looks like.
I'm gonna go with the Larry David on that. Pretty sure he fucked that up. Look at that. Like, I'm sorry, but the first thing to hit is his fucking bean.
Right.
I mean,
as opposed to the shoulders.
I mean, back and to the left.
To the left.
Back and to the left. Hell, Osprey had him at a fucking turkey shoot.
So is the position of the knees, Osprey's knees, perhaps too far out, which
Well, let me ask you a question. Why is it that fucking Kenny's knees hit and the other cat's feet hit?
Right, because he's too far over. He should be rolled further onto his shoulders, where his knees would not be.
He dropped him. The cat up top dropped him more. I would say maybe a 45 degree instead of fucking just basically just straight. I mean, I don't think the guillotine had that strict of a fucking movement in it. The one that Kenny took.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. You know, and the thing is, it's just like, is it worth it, man?
Well, is this not just one of the risks of the business?
Fuck that.
Is anybody?
You know what?
That's
like saying, you know what, man? That's the risk you take when you go down in a fucking man-made sub with an Xbox controller. That's just the risk you take.
Well, but your career isn't going down in the sub. Your career is wrestling, right? So you kind of have to.
But the guy that owned that fucking company.
Well, he could have run up and down all he wanted in the damn thing, but putting the other people in for the joyride is different. I mean, could you not?
Joyride plus $1 million, but
right, $250 a pop, right?
Yeah.
But could you not have a serious injury in any given wrestling match? Whether listen, it's a high risk move. Anytime those vertebrae compression moves, pile drivers, tombstones, all that stuff.
Of course you can, but I'll guarantee I'll take my Vegas odds of working a standard Hulk Hogan match over fucking working that bullshit super strong. Let's get let's get the accolades of match of the year bullshit. What does match of the year get you? I mean, so Meltzer says you had match of the year. Does Meltzer cut that motherfucker like $1 million? Like, is there anything?
No, it's bragging rights is all it is, or
Fuck bragging
recognition,
rights.
whatever.
If
But
if it puts a fucking 3 inches on your cock, great. If it don't, who fuck that shit? Because you know what it's gonna do? It's gonna make your dick not work because you're not gonna feel anything from your neck down.
so where do you draw the line? So where
It's
do
a
you draw
long.
the line? What's acceptable? Wasn't it? What isn't acceptable?
I've never taken a pile driver.
Serious?
No, I've never given one. I don't do backdrops. I don't take backdrops. I gave backdrop. If somebody fucking like Sean would say, "Give me a backdrop," okay, fine, but like, I you know, I'll do it because you're a great athlete. I just, to me, the last thing I want to give Sean's a fucking a power bomb because he sure as fuck can't take that.
But is there anything in the training now
No,
in WWE? Let's say, let's take WWE, biggest wrestling company in the world.
no,
Is
they've
there?
got the fucking. You can go down there. They've got a ring that has basically platforms that you can stand on in the corners to fucking work on your aerial moves. There's big fucking water mats to land on. You can do all that and you can fucking go over it a million fucking times. But
But
it's
are there any
just
restrictions? Are there any restrictions on what would be taught? Are they allowing it to become too risky? Is I guess what I'm saying, or are there limitations on what they would allow in a WWE ring? Would a tiger driver? Uh,
I wouldn't. I mean, these fucking guys give each other fucking shit on the apron where the fucking wood meets the steel.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The most unforgiving play. They give fucking a razor's edge into the top turnbuckle.
Right.
I mean, the force of that is basically pushing the cervical forward, no matter where you land, whether it's your fucking, whether it's your cervical, whether it's your thoracic, whatever it is. There's a fucking good chance that you could jerk that fucking that disc and cause permanent damage. And for what?
So should we dial it back? Should companies dial back what's allowed? We don't have to go back to the Bill Watts, nothing off the top rope, but should they dial back what's acceptable in a ring?
Show me the numbers of broken necks before the German suplex became a fucking staple in professional wrestling. I don't remember any. When they started doing those Germans, because it's not necessarily the one. It's like fucking CTE. It's the onslaught. It's the fucking 10 years
It's
of
the
taking that.
aggregation of that punishment on
Right.
your
And
head
then
and
finally
neck,
it
and
just,
yeah.
finally you bend over to pick up a light bulb and you're paralyzed. You're like, what? How the fuck did that happen? Because you got dropped on your head. It's like me. Like, fuck. I go in the gym. There are days, man, it's just like, okay, I can't that I did that movement two workouts ago, but for some reason that motherfucker's killing me today, so I can't do that. I've got to find something else to hit that.